Thank you for staying with us. Unfortunately, now we dive into one of the most depraved crimes in recent memory in Israel. Two parents accused of raping their daughter for 13 years, getting her pregnant twice in the process. According to the indictment, the father allegedly began the abuse on the victim's 17th birthday, continuing as late as 2016. The mother accused of becoming involved after the victim reached adulthood. During this time, the victim became pregnant twice. The first child was born with a host of genetic defects related to incest and died within just months. The second was aborted, but that host of genetic defects tipped off medical professionals to examine the DNA further, finding the child's father was also the child's grandfather. Doctors reported this to police, who immediately launched an investigation. The father faces charges of indecent acts, sodomy, and indecent assault, while the mother is charged with sodomy and indecent acts. Now, to break this down a little bit further, we are joined by a psychologist. That would be Dr. Camilla Furkash-Lavan. Tell us, Dr. Camilla, how does this go on in the name of God for 13 years and nobody notices?
So this is a very, very good question, and this is a question that often is asked. Here, of course, we see like one of the most horrendous kind of events, yes? But unfortunately, it's also kind of on a spectrum, yes, the abuse at home. And often people are very shocked and surprised exactly what you're asking. How is it possible that this is going on? Or how is it possible in their household? They're so nice. Or how is it possible that he did this? He's so nice. So the face usually that people will show on the outside, which could be very friendly and very nice, often is very, very different from when the doors are closed. And often no one knows what's happening on the other side.
But are there signs that are possibly given that you could identify the people around you or walking next to you that they might be this sort of evil?
Sometimes yes, where you can see that they will maybe be a little more isolated or something like that. But often no, because just because someone is more isolated and let's say has social anxiety or something like that doesn't mean that they're doing something. So you have to be very, very careful, because the same signs that you might see that there is a problem, also sometimes there's nothing going on. And often the person that's actually very, very abusive is highly, highly charismatic, and no one would ever guess. So one of the things that we can do also, and another thing also, that if someone does feel that something's going on with their neighbor or family that's next to them, or even family members that they know, yes, often they will not want to report because it's not nice. I don't want to offend. Is it really my business? But if you see that, there is often like this worn out look that people will have, depressed, very sad. Often children sometimes might be neglected, maybe dirty, things like that. Maybe you hear screams or all kinds of weird things happening in the house. It would be nice to check it out. At the same time, I don't want to now have everyone reporting everyone, because sometimes there is really nothing going on. But often it would be nice to check out. And if you're not sure, do go to someone, to a psychologist, to a social worker. There are also city-provided social workers and agencies that protect people. So if you're not sure, let's say, and you don't want to start a problem, but on the other hand, there might be one. Go check it out. Go talk to somebody and see, because yes, maybe it's just a strange-looking person and there's nothing going on. And maybe there is a very charismatic person that something is going on. So go to check, because a trained professional will know to answer that question and also know the steps to take to make sure not to damage a family if there's nothing going on, and at the same time protect someone that needs protection in a family that's not healthy.
Thank you very much. I guess ultimately the answer is going to come down to we have to rely on victims to have the courage to step forward and report it themselves. Thank you for coming in to talk about this. We're going to move